In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Wow.
I always think about starting the videos and then like my face is breaking out, so I don't want people seeing my troll face because I'm not about to put makeup on for this shit. So you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Maybe next episode.
Maybe 5 episodes from now.
Maybe. Technically, this is my birthday episode. It's the 11th.
It would be posted on the 11th?
Yeah. So a day before my birthday. And then the following one, I'm just saying that's my birthday one because I get to pick the movie. So
and hopefully it's not UHF again.
We can't do that again. You already know what my movie is.
Thank God.
We already discussed what my movie was, but you might not remember.
Of course I don't remember. It's been
It'll
a week.
It'll be a surprise.
Oh, Deadpool.
No. We already did that. Hi. Who are you?
You say hi, but then you're asking who I am.
What is it?
You're supposed to say, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah.
I'm giving you the opportunity to speak first.
Okay. Hi, I am...
You don't even remember.
Can't remember.
No.
G-Dawgarino. There we go. Took me 5 years.
My name is Katie.
No. Wow. What?
I was like, I had this elevation.
You had this like whole thing and then you just like killed it.
Ground zero.
There it is.
G-Z.
I couldn't remember. Jay-Z, is that what you said?
G-Z.
Oh, G-Z.
Ground starts with a G.
Well,
zero
obviously.
starts with a Z.
Does it? I thought zero starts with a letter like an oval. A little.
An O?
An O. It's an O. An O is an O.
Wow.
Every time I talk, like a lot, I just start yawning. I don't think there's enough oxygen going to my brain.
I don't think you breathe when you talk.
I don't. That's probably why.
That's why you're yawning.
I'm always freaking yawning when I start talking.
Sorry. My boss is messaging me now, and I told him we're recording. What? So I bought a flight, and this guy said it's super delayed, and it's only delayed an hour. And I'm like, if it was super delayed, it would be like different.
Yeah. Well, he can wait an hour because most people nowadays wait like longer than that. So he'll be all right.
Right.
So how is your week?
I've been going to physical therapy like twice a week now, and at first it helped, but now I think my body has acclimated to it, and it's like, nope, you're still going to be in consistent pain all the time.
Tell them that then. Be like,
I know.
We need to find something else to do because it's not working.
And so I've started acupuncture, which is a very interesting situation, but it's like I've never had acupuncture before, so it's like where they stab needles into you. She called it dry needling, and I'm like, that just sounds like torture.
That sounds naughty.
I just
dry needling.
Sounds like
it's like sex without lube.
Going down a dry water slide.
Ouch. Oh, that's painful.
You know, like people explained, like a woman, somebody said, I don't remember who it was, but it was just like, when you don't get a girl ready, it's like going down a dry water slide. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
And it hurts.
That image is in your brains now.
I
feel like people who are listening, brains, plural.
Well, obviously brains is plural.
What was your point? I don't know. I'm sitting here waiting for you to finish your thought.
Because I thought you were just talking about me, and then you said brains, but now I get it. You're talking about me and the listeners.
Wow. You're just like, what is it, exclusive?
Yeah, I'm exclusive. No, they're exclusive.
You're being exclusive of the listeners.
Yeah. There we go. It's not enough oxygen going to my brain, so...
After every sentence, take a huge deep breath.
All right, I think, and I should start then I pass out.
And then you hyperventilate.
Maybe I just need wine. Maybe that's what it is.
You got a little bit of that Snoop Doggarino wine.
Snoop Doggarino.
But I was just like, I don't know. People just start lying. So I finally got I was talking. I think I told the podcast about the gym. And so funny story happened where I was walking on the treadmill. I sent an email to corporate just relaying some information. And in the email, I said the manager lied to me saying that nobody's spoken to him. But I talked to a lot of people at the gym asking if they liked that setup, and they said they all talked to the manager. So I was like, protein shake's lying. And
protein shake.
And so I said that in my email, and I was like, yo, he pretty much lied to me. And then he comes up to me and comes up with an attitude, and he's like, so you called me a liar? And
I'm like, how do you know it was you?
Because they sent an email and I wrote my name on it. I'm going to put my name on shit when I complain.
Well, yeah, I get it. But, like, how does he know what you look like?
Because I come in there every day. Everybody knows my name there, babe.
So he's probably like, oh, who's this person? They just pointed you out, I guess?
Probably. Anyway, so they were, like, he came up and he was discussing with me, and he's just like, I just like the fact that you didn't come to me and talk to me more about this. And I was like, I talked to you already for a good lengthy time saying this was terrible and everybody hated it. And now it's like, it pissed me off. Long story short, he just pissed me off. And so I was like, I came in there yesterday before you got here, and I was talking to this new trainer guy, and I was like, this dude's ego is way too fragile for my clumsy ass. And the guy started laughing.
His ego is I don't get it.
So fragile ego, I can break it easily, so I'm clumsy. I'm too clumsy for something breakable. Never mind. I'm not even.
Continue.
If something breakable, you give it to somebody who's clumsy, they're going to drop it.
Yeah.
His ego is so fragile that I'm going to break it. And I did. Because then yesterday they moved everything around.
Well, good. So it worked out.
And everybody's been saying thank you so much, like, to them, and they're like, love it. Everybody's loving it, and I love it. I love this new setup.
But it was all you, though.
Because apparently nobody else.
Not even giving you credit
for
it.
But the thing that pisses me off is he wanted me to do his job, and he's like, I want you to point out to the people you talk to. And I'm like, why don't you just fucking talk to everybody? Like, walk up to them, do your job. Like, no, that's not my job. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm just complaining.
Maybe you should run the gym.
I have run gyms way better than this asshole.
I'm just saying you should run this gym.
But anyway, so that made me livid this week. I was just like, I'm not about to be called out by this asshole. And I was like, if he wants to talk to me again, I'm going to be like, go, bro, I stand by what I said. You're a dick, and you lied.
So who is it? Like, who is this manager?
The manager, he's bald with a beard, and he wears a black shirt, and he walks around.
Okay, so he's the one that gave me my extension cord yesterday then.
Yeah.
Real skinny guy, kind of skinny guy?
Yeah. But I'm like, obviously, the thing is, he doesn't really work out. I've seen him work out. He doesn't really work out. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you don't understand. For people who actually work out, need more space. And I said that to him, and he kind of was like insulted that I said he doesn't work out. I was like, well, you don't.
Like, I've seen him in there like once or twice. It just seems like he mostly walks around and like talks to people.
Anyway, like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it was just like.
She's being mean.
Dude, I call people out on their shit, and I called him out. And he didn't like it, and I don't care.
Yeah, well, it's for the best, so that's good. Even the trainer today said it was like he likes it better like this. Like he wasn't involved in the change of it.
So, but then the thing that I really like was when he's training people and they complain about the setup, the trainer should go to the manager and say, "Hey, all my trainees are pissed off at the setup."
But he was saying today that people talk, but he's like, people don't talk around him because he's wearing the shirt.
And I just was like, I don't know. I just think that it could have gone a different way if more people, I believe people talked to him and he just didn't want to change it. I believe that personally in my soul because I talked to Caleb, Caleb, there's a million Calebs out there. You're not listening to us, I'm pretty sure. But there's this guy who used to work there and he doesn't work there anymore. But he was like, oh yeah, that's just how the manager is. He changes something and he just says stuff that if he doesn't want to do it, he just won't. He'll just make up excuses. Yeah. And so I was like, understandable. And so the funny thing is I talked to the front desk people if they first changed it, I was like, dude, this setup is awful. And then they were like, yeah, everybody hates it. Everybody's been complaining about it when they walk out. And I was like, did you guys talk to the manager? And they're like, yeah, we've already mentioned to him a few times.
Maybe they just said they did, but maybe they didn't. Someone on that end is lying. Either the manager's lying or the people that said it they talked to him are lying.
I don't know. I talked to a lot of people and they said they all talked to him. So even if one extra person, because he said I was the only one that said it was awful. Mm-hmm. One person, me. And I said, well, no, that's not true.
Damn it.
But anyway.
I'm even taking deep breaths too.
So that's my week. How was your week?
Take a shot. Actually, take 2 shots. The dogs have been wrestling. Actually, while you were talking, on your soapbox, which you haven't had a soapbox in a long time. So congratulations.
God, I'm on soapbox.
It was funny because like Fifi jumps off the couch and lays down, and then Wade was over there chewing on the horn. Now you see he's over there. So it was Arrow's pretty fucking smart. So he comes over here because like Fifi's laying on the ground. So Arrow comes over here, starts biting on Fifi. So Fifi's like starts playing with him. And Wade gets interested, so he comes running over and starts playing with Fifi. And then Arrow just walks off and goes to the horn.
He planned that out.
He did plan
that shit out.
He's like, okay, and just like trotted over and just started chewing up.
Is it like gaslighting, kind of?
Kind of, yeah. Because when I first brought it in, he was out there
Don't
with
you want
me,
to play?
and he wanted the horn, so I threw it on the ground, and then Wade like bum rushed it and started chewing on it, and like Arrow was all pissed off. So like Arrow's a smart little puppy too. He's like, yeah, you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
I got this. I got this shit.
I got this shit. It was so funny because as soon as Wade came over, he ran over there. My week is good. It's my off week. So this is my off. By the time this is posted, it's not gonna be my off week probably. But
because we post on Sundays and you work.
I forgot. Like I get every week off. So
3 days on, 4 days off.
Yeah, I'm not doing a 7 on.
I was like, why?
I'm still used to doing that.
But I like that better because then I see you more.
And I get more days off. Technically, I get 8 days off. In a
2 week span.
2 week
Instead
span.
of 7. That's smart.
7.
See,
well, that's what I wanted to do before, but no one wanted to do it.
Well, now you have 2 people. Did you organize?
I have a lot of people that want to swap with me, so it's good.
Nice. Maybe you can get some more hours and get some overtime.
Well, yeah, on midnight shift, I can attempt it. But yeah, so it's sexy, but
Trying to think of anything other updates. No other updates. Okay.
I don't think there's really anything.
Well, let's get into this movie. Oh
my god.
Do you want to read it?
Let's see.
Oh,
yeah.
The movie is The Getback, and you can watch it on Tubi for free. Tubi is a free viewing platform, but you do get commercial.
I could have said that.
I just was trying to let people know.
So the movie is The Getback, and you can watch it on Tubi because Wifey took my job, which is a free little appy thingamabob, like Wifey just said, because she took my job. Let's see. Oh, there's no. Oh, is that the synopsis there?
Yeah, the little synopsis. Penis
small.
P9.
Okay, so synopsis.
Oh
no,
read
wait.
the reading. What are you doing?
There was only one. It's IMDb. I was about to do that. I mean, it actually got a really good rating. IMDb Bizzle gave it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty damn good. But that's the only one so far.
Well, it is relatively new. It just came
You're
out.
relatively new. The synopsis.
Wow.
No, it's not wow. It's penis peni.
There, you took my job. Are you happy now?
I am happy. Just like I took your cherry a long time ago.
Not that cherry, folks. Get your mind out of the gutter. So let's just go rewind. You wonder how we got here. So we were at a restaurant, and I ordered a vanilla shake, and it came with a cherry on top. He also ordered a shake because it was a vegan restaurant, so that he could have a milkshake. And he also had a milkshake that came with a cherry on top. So he ate his fucking cherry. And then the little fucking thief reached his dirty ass hand over and plucked my cherry off. And I'm watching in horror. And I'm like, no.
And I'm like, oh.
And then he ate it. And I was shocked. I was upset and shocked, and I'm still bitter about it.
She's still bitter. This happened like 20 years ago. She's still
like
pissed
5
off
years
about
ago.
It. She's still pissed off about it.
Don't steal
She's
my
like,
fucking cherry.
I'm still mad at you for stealing my cherry. And I'm like, good. So yeah, synopsis.
Penis peni.
Thank you. A bounty hunter and criminal work together to evade the crooked cops and mercenaries trying to kill them both.
That's literally it.
Yeah, it's literally it. I mean, it came out in 2023. I'm sure, like, maybe later on I might get, like, some...
Jazz it up
some more. But the cast is Dermont Mulroney, Theo Rossi. We got Kim Coates. We got Tretch. He's Beaumont, Mr. Beaumont. We got Suf Bradshaw and Ryan Francis.
You're missing the most important person.
I mean, well, they don't show her there. They don't even show her. So, yeah, they're missing. The main reason why we saw this is my mom is in it. Stage name is
Summer
Selby. And she is... Oh, they don't even have... They don't even have Gordon on here either. She plays Gordon's mom, who is the eyewitness to why one of the people is in jail and shouldn't be in jail. So, yeah, she was the mom of him, and she actually has Alzheimer's?
Yeah, dementia.
Yeah, dementia. She has dementia in the movie. So, my mom did say that it would say actually new role that she's never played before, like a mom having dementia. Like when she was on The Resident, she had cancer, I think.
I think so. I don't watch it because it's sad.
Yeah, I glad I couldn't. I glad I didn't watch it because my brothers told me what happened, and I was like, yeah, that would have broke me down. So, but anyway, yeah, my mom is in it.
Everybody take a shot. The dogs are fighting.
And okay. I wish there was like more details. They can fight better than bothering us, but when we're trying to record. But yeah, so that was the main reason why I watched this movie. My mom actually has another, like I think, a couple other movies coming out, and I think that's my next one. No,
I have no idea.
No, this was my movie, right?
This was your movie.
Okay, I think so. My next one after this one is another one that my mom is in. So I'll announce that for the next podcast. But
next episode. All right, so let's get into this.
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Thank you.
You're just being a dick. So we get into this movie, and this dude is walking into a club, and he hands the doorman what looked like $1, but actually turns out to be $100.
Yeah, $100 bill.
And so he gets into this club, and it's called Club 34. And so this is where you asked, is that $1?
It really looked like $1. I was like, how can you bribe someone with a fucking dollar?
So Coop gets...
Take a shot.
Yeah, take a shot. Coop, we find out his name is Coop. So Cooper walks through the club and goes to where this guard is standing. And then he was like, do you really want to do this, bro? And what did he say that you thought?
He was like, you can go about this two ways. He's like, I can give you this $100 bill and you can step aside, or we can throw blows. And he's like, and I can break. He's like, you might break a few ribs, but I'm going to break that pretty little nose.
So... And then he hands him $100 bill, and then he gets in, and then he collects this dude who's playing poker. And so
like the cards were, he had a 3 of a kind and 2 aces, right?
Yeah, and I think that's I'm really bad at that.
I thought you knew.
I'm not that good at poker.
I've never played poker. So I'm not good at it. And then the other lady, I thought
she had 4 of a kind. He had a 3 of a kind and a pair, and then she had a 4 of a kind, which beat out his.
Okay, that's what because it looked like she just had fucking like small numbers. I was like, wait a minute.
The numbers don't matter. It's like the
okay. So she had
correlation.
So she had 4 2s.
She had 4 10s, I think.
I thought I saw 2s. I don't know. I was confused. I was like, I thought the other guys would have beat hers, but apparently not. I wish they would have said it so I could be like, okay, that's what that looks like.
And so he take a shot. Wade barked.
Wade's pissed off because now Arrow has his horn.
And he's like, fuck you, asshole. You distracted me for a good 5 minutes. But yeah, so the lady who's running the poker tournament poker game, she's like, now you're broke, so you can't really even pay him off. So it doesn't matter. So he gets shot. Cooper takes him in, and he gets his bounty. So we find out that Cooper is a bounty hunter, and also that he was an ex-cop.
Yeah, he's an ex-cop.
And I don't like the reason why. I don't know why this guy did not get arrested. So we find out that the reason why Cooper got fired was because he punched a kid who pretty much raped a girl.
The mayor's kid, I think.
Senator's son.
So
Senator Wainwright, that's what his name is. Senator Wainwright's son, like, roofied a girl and took her out to his car and pretty much raped her. Mm-hmm. R-worded her, sexual assaulted her. And so I'm surprised more people didn't punch the shit out of that kid, because he just went up and punched him, and he got fired for it because he wouldn't apologize.
Obviously, the senator probably
like clean it up.
Yeah, brush it under the table.
But so that's the reason why he's fired, and now he's bounty hunting. And so now what goes on to now we kind of get into our list of characters for this story. So we learn about Jake Gordon, who witnessed a murder. Mm-hmm. Then Alonzo Beaumont is the guy in jail. Mm-hmm. So he's this big tatted up guy who's in jail, and
he's not really that big.
I mean, terrifying. Like
he's just tatted up.
He beat up 2 guys in jail, so
pretty easily, and
he didn't even have to shank them.
Yeah, didn't even break a sweat.
And so he sat back down and read his book. So we visit prison, and this is when Fifi has something in her mouth she's not supposed to eat. So take a shot, folks. Another one. This is like your 10th shot. Okay, so then we go to prison and we visit Alonzo, and this girl who apparently is his lawyer is talking to him, and this is when we find out other people are searching for
a lot of other people are searching
Jake Gordon. So somebody's trying to find Jake Gordon. They're not the only ones that are trying to find him. So the thing is, I'm not really sure if Alonzo knows that Jake. We can't say it right now. Anyway.
Well, definitely don't forget it because I want to know what the hell you're going to say.
Yeah. I probably will forget it, but that's okay.
Well, write it down.
No, okay.
Right.
So then this is when we kind of move on to this fancy hotel where we meet Kyle Baxter, who is the alter ego of...
A.K.A. Gordon.
Jake Gordon. And he's checking into a hotel, and he walks up, he's like, "Hi, my name is Kyle Baxter." And they're like, "Here you go, sir. Here's your key." And, like, that is the fastest fucking check-in I've ever seen. He didn't even show ID. He didn't...
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did. 100% he did. He put it out.
Okay.
I promise you he did. He put it out.
I didn't see it. Maybe it was because I was
You were probably writing something.
So he goes to the bar. Wait, is that where? Never mind. So we're setting stage. We have Alonzo. We have Jake Gordon, who is Kyle Baxter. Now we go back to the precinct where the chief is there, who's a famous dude who was in a movie with, what's the redheaded girl from Will and Grace?
I don't know her name.
Fuck, I can't remember her name. I usually know her name. But he played a movie with her. I think it was like My Best Friend's Wedding or something. I don't know, something like that.
He's been in quite a few movies as well.
He's pretty famous. So they go to the precinct, and that's where Cooper is getting help from his friend Jade Hatchett. Hatchet.
Yeah.
Jade Hatch, who's his friend, and so she is giving him information to find this Jake Gordon. And so he is appreciative of it. And what I noticed in this movie, throughout this entire movie, is everybody's fucking smoking inside. Most, if not all, buildings are usually smoke-free. But I like how he's just whipping out a cigarette in the police precinct.
Smoking in the building. Like, they're just... like, they give 2 shits.
Yeah, so I just thought that was ridiculous because the chief was smoking in his room, like in his
office.
I
thought the chief was going to tell him not to smoke, and the chief like grabs his carton.
Is that like the 1950s? Like
and takes a cigarette from his box too. I'm like, geez, what is happening?
All right, so this is when we go back to the hotel, and this is when we meet Jake Gordon's fiance.
No,
that's his fiance. Yes, it is.
But remember later on when they're in the hotel room, he's like, "Oh, I looked up your file and you have a fiance and a girlfriend. She's a girlfriend."
No, because what he explained, I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay.
So when Cooper gets there, he's like, "Oh yeah, I followed your fiance around and she brought me to you." That is it. She is the fiance. Do not argue with me.
Not the fiance.
She is. She's like, "What? You have girlfriends?"
Oh, maybe.
So I win. Don't argue.
But he said she wasn't happy to she wasn't happy to see him or something like that. But that chick did not see Cooper. I don't think that's the fiance. I really don't think
it is the fiance because she had a ring on.
We're going to have to rewatch it then. I'm going to go upstairs and watch that part again. I'm going to prove you wrong.
No, I'm not wrong on this. So please.
All right, we'll see.
All right, whatever.
Whatever
but Kat was meeting Gordon because she had a bunch of money for him and passports so he could travel with his fake name. And so...
Well, I'm assuming both of them were going.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Unless he was going to ditch her.
Because she only brought one bag for him. She didn't really have anything. She just wore a dress.
Because they had all that money. They can buy all new stuff.
And so one thing that we noticed with her is she is obsessed with these oysters. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she did want some oysters.
Like, she kept on bringing it up. Oh, it's the oysters. I love oysters. And I'm like,
she was trying to get her, like, rocks off. So she wanted to,
with nasty-ass oysters. I hate oysters. Ugh.
They look so gross and they smell gross.
I remember the one time I tried oysters.
You tried them?
Yeah, but they came from a can. They weren't weren't fresh. And so I tried to eat one. It was so bad.
Maybe you might like fresh ones. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat them out of a can. You should never eat seafood out of a can.
We were poor.
Except tuna, I guess. But even then you shouldn't eat tuna out of a can.
But
chicken lasts for 10 years.
So, yeah, she likes oysters. They're disgusting. And I just think it's hilarious that she ordered room service to his room before they even got there.
Because she really wanted them damn oysters.
She wanted those fucking oysters.
Just like he's on the ground about to get shot. And she's like, how long is it going to take? I was waiting on oysters.
Oh, my God. And so Coop's there. Then bad guys show up. And then this is when Coop takes out the bad guys. And this is when Gordon decides to run. He's trying to escape from Cooper's grasp. And then I made a comment. Gordon runs like Ty.
All wobbly.
Yeah, wobbly. He was running weird. And I was like,
that's the way I run.
You run weird. So bad guys show up in a car in the parking garage. And then this is when they start shooting at Cooper. And this is a fun situation because I put on here, I would be pissed if I got outside and went to my car and there was fucking bullet holes in it.
Bullet holes all in it.
That's stupid.
That is terrible.
So long story short, Cooper kills this dude and it turns out to be a cop. And so he sends that information to Jade Hatch, where she's looking up that information for him. And it just really sucks because he just killed a cop and now he's like, what am I supposed to do? I think he was trying to cope with that for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So they start driving and they're driving for a while and then they end up at this different.
Yeah, but then obviously a cop wouldn't obviously be there with that automatic gun and regular uniform. So obviously there was something fishy going on there. He just didn't know for sure because it still said cop or officer or something on there.
I didn't read it.
Yeah,
I was writing.
He didn't know he was a. I don't want to say.
But he bashed him in with a fucking gun.
I mean, he was shooting at him, so I would do the same thing, Maybe.
That's gross. After it got squishy, I'd be like, I'm good.
Squishy? It's
I need the reassurance of bone.
Just hit a different side.
Can you turn your head?
Thanks.
Hey. Turn your head.
Smack him.
I wonder what brains feel like. Do you think it's spongy?
It is spongy.
Have you touched one?
No, but everybody says it's spongy.
Everybody. Who's everybody? Do you talk to neurosurgeons?
Doctors.
Neurosurgeons?
I do. I'm best friends with two of them.
Why are we not more wealthy?
Well, they're not just going to give us money.
Maybe.
No, I don't know any neurosurgeons.
Liar. Okay, so we end up at this shitty hotel, and they pull up, and then the front desk lady's a bitch. And she's like, okay, that's $120. And I put on here, and Cooper tells Gordon to pay. And I think it's funny because pretty much he's being kidnapped, and he has to pay for his own
and he's got to pay for the
hotel room.
$120 hairs.
Then you mentioned he pulled out a huge stack of money.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Which is stupid because now she could probably break in and steal it.
Exactly. Or call someone.
Why would you pull out all that cash? That's the dumbest thing. So we're in the hotel room. Cooper handcuffs him to the little light thing. And he's like, I can't sleep like this, man. I need to be on my stomach.
I'm going to start screaming and whining.
He sounds a lot like you.
He's like me, yeah.
And I wrote later in here, Gordon, and since your mom is his mom, you guys are related, so I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, 100%. He's a younger me.
So they start driving, and then there's a car chase. There's a headshot. A big car accident happens. He flips over, and Cooper is pissed. He's like, it's not my, he was staring at Gordon, and Gordon was like,
You're
You
the
can't
one driving.
You can't blame me. But I mentioned in this, like, it was a bad car accident. Like, something smoking, one's flipped over, and they're kind of on a highway. And on this highway, nobody fucking stops. Nobody stops.
Well, yeah, just like the cop car didn't, no one stopped for the cop car either.
Right. So that's why I was just like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. So now they have to walk.
Now they have to walk.
I'm just like, no. It's a pretty straightforward movie. There's other movies very similar to this, like, story, like, scripts. So it's like, it's a bounty hunter movie.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of bounty hunter movies.
So this is where we get to my favorite part, other than your mom. We go to the gas station, and this is where we meet
Gus. I love Gus.
Why do you love Gus? Tell
Because
us why.
he is a sarcastic. I said that right? Sarcastic. I don't know why it sounded
Sarcasm?
Sounded weird when I said it.
Sarcastic.
Because he's a sarcastic, funny asshole. I love him.
And it works because we meet him because Cooper and Gordon walk into this garage and they're yelling for somebody. And I'm like, the old man comes out with a huge shotgun.
Double barrel shotgun. And he's like, put down that candy bar. And he really wanted that candy bar.
He really wanted that candy bar.
He was about to kill someone over a candy bar.
Yeah, he was. But it was just funny because they're making their presence known, and this old guy decides to fucking pull a gun on them. Take a shot. All the dogs are over here.
And Wade accidentally bit me.
Aw, poor Pippi.
I know. It hurt. It got me on like the fatty part of my thigh.
Lala bit me the other day on accident because I was playing with her and she was trying to grab
she's very snappy when you're playing with her outside.
She's like a little piranha.
She's like a zombie, like just trying to eat something.
So Gus is this crazy old man, and I put there, why would he pull a gun? Like, why would he pull a gun right away?
Obviously people were like, hey, anybody
Hello,
here?
And he's like, you got to buy something. And so this is when Gordon pretty much buys the whole...
Yeah, he buys like half the store.
That's what he said. And so they're sharing a beer, and now they're friends with Gus, which is nice because I like Gus.
Gus is awesome.
And he gives them a place to stay. They stay overnight, and then they wake up the next day, and this is when... Well, Cooper calls... I never got that guy's name. Reagan?
Alex Reagan, I think it is.
Oh, Reagan. They call Reagan, who is the bounty hunter...
Like,
organizer
or boss or whatever.
What would you call that?
Fuck if I'm not a bounty hunter.
I should be a bounty hunter. I have a lot of rage. But I have a bad back, so...
Yeah, good luck.
Slow down, my back hurts.
My back hurts.
Ow.
Just get it later.
So the next day, this is when Reagan comes back and tries to pick him up. And he's being shady.
Super shady.
He's like looking at his watch. He's looking around, looking at his watch. And he's like, why are you looking at your watch so much? And the funny thing is, wait. Where did I put that?
See, that's better.
Oh, so when Reagan walks out of his vehicle, it's fake raining for a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Like, you can see it raining at the TV, but you're like, there's no water on the ground, there's nothing.
And the guy's not even getting wet.
They're talking for a bit, and then when the scene, it doesn't change, but it's like the camera angle changes, then all of a sudden it's like water on the ground.
I think they did that because it was about to start raining, and so to avoid, like, I don't know, they just probably added it in to make it look like it was raining the entire time.
Yeah, maybe.
But so this is when a vehicle pulls up and they get out and start shooting. I think there's 3 guys.
Yeah.
And so Gus takes one out, and
my man Gus
takes one out, and then the other dude takes another one out, and the other guy takes another one out, and so all 3 are dead. And it's pretty funny because they were like, it's teamwork. You should say thank you. And so they're trying
Gordon's like, thank you, Gus, for helping, or something like that.
He's like, you're welcome. Thank you. It's
Cooper.
Cooper's
a bounty hunter, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
I've been saying his name over and over.
But I want to call the bounty hunter Gordon for some reason. Cooper was like, all right, it was a team effort. And it was a team effort. Like, they all helped each other. But I just like how Gus did not get scared. He did not, like, run off. He did not be like, what the hell y'all guys are doing here? He was like...
Backstory on Gus, he had a son, and apparently he got hit by a car. And
yeah, hit and run.
It was a hit and run. And so then the Cooper asked if they've caught them, and he's like, no, they haven't, and I made sure of that.
Yeah, I made damn sure of that.
He killed him and hid the body.
Or he chopped them up and hid it. Or fed it to pigs or something. He's probably got pigs out back.
Probably. I don't know. But
yeah, he ain't scared to take someone out, apparently.
And so this is when Cooper asks Gus to do him a favor, call the 12th precinct, talk to Jade Hatch, and and he said a sentence. I can't remember what it was. Something going to court tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And so this is when he gives him the truck to go visit his mom. So this is when we see Mom.
Mom!
So this is when Summer, also known as Evelyn in the movie.
Evelyn.
That's a cute name. And she's at this, and she says your favorite line.
So she's talking to Gordon, her son in the movie, and she's like, "Oh, who is this handsome hunk behind you?" And she's like, "Oh, is that my birthday present?" That's freaking great.
So that was really funny. And then Mom, if you're listening to this, you said asshole.
You did say asshole, Mom. I have like virgin ears. You can't be saying that stuff around me. Or, well, I guess it wasn't really around me, but
on this TV screen.
On TV screens.
Then
Jesus.
They
take a shot. Wade is like freaking going ham biscuits on Fifi over here.
Oh shoot! Be nicer. Don't rip her face off. So this is when they are starting to leave, and then two other people come in, and there's a shootout. I'm not going into the story.
Yeah, man, these freaking people shot the nurses. Like, that's just...
They didn't do anything.
That's
she was nice.
Messed up. Like, if you would have pointed the gun at them, they probably would have been like, okay, I'm out. But they said no witnesses, and they didn't wear a mask. So, I mean, I get it. They had to, but geez Louise.
Then they died anyway, so they got their comeuppance.
Yeah, but they took out 3 nurses who were just there trying to do their job.
And the friendly Stacy, I think her name was, the front desk lady who calls him Mr. Gordon.
She got popped. She got popped first, right in the heart, just right there.
And then, yeah.
And then 2 other, I don't know, some nurse, you couldn't even see her head, and then like some nurse in the hallway.
That's a bummer, but they got killed. They got murdered.
Yeah,
so
they
got
taken out.
And so they steal their car, and it's a Trans Am.
Sexy Trans Am, like a restored Trans Am. Probably like a...
Do they make those cars anymore?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, I don't know.
No, the last one that was probably like somewhere in the early 2000s was the last time they made it.
And then a cop starts to chase them. And I made the comment, no one fucking pulled over.
Nope.
Everybody's still driving, and there's a truck driving next to the fucking cops.
Cuts just like, nah.
But it's just like, it's mandatory for you to pull over and let the cops.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie.
They're like, fuck you, cops.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your fucking this.
You're trying to chase someone? I don't give a shit. I'm surprised the truck didn't get in front of the cop.
It's like, man, I missed my exit because of you.
Cut the cop off. But that cop didn't have any backup, and he loses them. Yeah, I mean, it is a Trans Am, and that's like an old Crown Vic. So
yeah, these are like old cop cars. So they escape, and then they go somewhere safe, which is
Cooper's ex-wife's house.
Apartment.
So
he goes there when she's out of town, and so she's on her honeymoon to Bali, and he goes and stays there. And
I like how Hatch was like, "Does your wife or ex-wife know you come and stay here when she's out of town?" He's like, "Nope," and she will never know, and she won't because sad part comes up.
I think she will know.
Our girl, Hatch got shot.
She got popped and she died.
She got popped by her own like precinct buddy.
Yeah, like her partner or whatever. And the stupid thing is, I was like, she did something dumb, but she didn't know any better because she told.
Yeah, she told the chief.
The chief that where she was going, what was happening, and he was the bad guy.
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
And I called it way early.
Yeah, I mean, who else could it be? It's not like there was that many other people. I mean, it's either going to be the guy that she was working with or the chief, because those are the only, 4 people that were shown in the precinct?
Pretty much. Yeah, it was like a not very busy precinct, and usually there's people like around.
Maybe not a lot of people are getting murdered in that town, which is, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that did get murdered.
Just movie. Like 1 million people got killed.
Like at least 30 people that got taken
popped.
out. Like in a matter of an hour and 30 minutes. But
Jesus.
I mean, obviously in the movie it was like, 3 days? So they went to sleep at least twice that I remember.
So it was a weekend. So it was Friday when we started the movie.
Oh, yeah, because it was on Monday they were going
he
to
had
court.
To be there. That
okay,
was
so it was 3 days, right?
Two and a half.
2.5. But yeah, so he thought maybe it was Hatch who might have been the bad person, but I think he did that call to kind of like test it to confirm to see if it was like someone in the precinct, and he did confirm it. But Hatch ended up having to take the fall for it.
Well, she was stupid and opened a fucking door.
Yeah, even though he said not to. He's like, don't open it because like no one knows we're here. And he's like, oh, no, the chief does. That should obviously tell you.
Ruh-roh.
And she's like, pap, pap.
And so Cooper kills that dude, and then they start running, and this is when
Cooper gets shot
by the chief. So the chief comes up and he's like, blah, blah, blah. He pretty much confesses. Like, he does this whole villain monologue. And Gordon gets shot in the leg. And so Cooper pretty much tells him to run, like, go, like, leave. So he leaves. And we're like, oh, shit, he died. But then as soon as the next scene comes up, he is laying in a hospital bed alive.
And we're both like, yay!
So
because it looked like before it like went out that it looked like he dies, but I guess he just passes out. Take a shot.
I mean,
Fifi's
he got shot. He got beat up all weekend.
Yeah, he had a rough weekend.
Yeah, and so he deserves it. He got a car accident. He
had a very rough 2.5 days for sure.
For sure.
So then he's in a hospital, and that's when Mr. Beaumont, obviously, because Gordon was able to testify to.
No, he didn't. No, Gordon didn't testify. He ran. What he said was,
Cooper's the one.
Cooper's statement dismissed the trial, so he got out.
That's
and
what
so
it was.
This is when Alfonso Beaumont gives him a wad of cash that was 3 times the rate of what he was going to get paid.
$75,000 or $100,000.
$75,000. 75.
But it's 3 times the rate. Oh, three times it's
25 is 75. So he gets that and he's like, oh, I can't do this. And so, but the cool thing is, Alfonso.
Just say Beaumont.
Beaumont gives Cooper protection, and he's still going to be the fucking bounty hunter. So he has protection while he's a bounty hunter. So it's like,
I mean, he's got a win-win-win-win.
And he still
he's got
money.
75 G's.
And he tried to give it back, and he's like, no, I can't take this. But then the guy just like said,
he's like,
fuck you.
You're going to take this money, and you're going to take my protection.
I really thought he was going to give it to the nurse.
I thought he was going to give it to the nurse, too.
But he didn't. I was like, no.
And he gets like a cute little postcard from Gordon, and he's like apparently in Miami Beach. And he's like, glad you're still alive or something like that.
That's it, yeah, pretty much. JG.
So now he's got a new bestie. And he's got a lot of new besties, apparently.
Well, yeah.
He's got Beaumont's crew.
But it's like dirty, like, friends.
I mean, yeah, I guess being a bounty hunter, he's not really doing any dirty stuff. But I don't think, like, Beaumont, because Beaumont hasn't really done anything dirty. Like, he was doing a deal. Maybe it might have been a bad deal, but he didn't kill anybody. And then even in the prison, he didn't kill anybody. So, like, what exactly is he dirty of? He's just a hard-working man with a lot of tattoos and a big-ass bodyguard.
Big-ass bodyguard.
Big-ass bodyguard.
All right, so let's do it. What is your score?
Well, obviously, I'm going to give it a 10.
We have to.
Yeah.
It's required.
I mean, it's required. Even if it's like a -10, we have to give it a 10.
Because of Mom.
No, I mean, I enjoyed the movie.
It was good. There was just some parts I'm like, eh.
Like the rain.
The rain was shady.
And then...
and Gus made it a 10, so I can give it a 10.
Yeah, Gus, I really like Gus. And I thought that he was going to end up like getting shot, and I was going to be so pissed.
He has 2 like really good friends now. He has Gus, who is very similar to Cooper.
Yeah.
And
he
Jake.
helped him. He helped him like kill someone. Like that's
tight friendship.
That's like tight friendship. He did not need to get in that at all, and he stepped up and like bam. So like Gus is a trooper for sure.
He's like, oh geez, oh crap. Like,
well, I guess he did. But they also gave him a lot of money apparently. Like he bought out a bunch of stuff at the store, and then he gave him another stack of money for getting the truck. Mm-hmm. So like he's
one of those stacks. Like when I used to work at the bank, it was $10,000. So I'm sure it's $10,000.
Yeah. So he must have gave him. So he's probably got $20,000 from them.
Maybe.
At least.
Maybe he didn't buy everything in the store. It's like candy.
He bought half the store, but okay.
Okay,
well.
I'm not going to say it's. I would say maybe $1,000.
Yeah, maybe $1,000.
Let's say $1,000.
So 11,000 he got.
All right, cool. So we are going to move on to my topic, and I narrowed it down from haunted toys to haunted dolls, or creepy dolls to haunted dolls. So I got a list, and we're doing 12 different scary animals. 12.
We're doing 12 animals, babe?
12 haunted dolls. And so I got this information from travelchannel.com as well as hollywoodreporter.com. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, can you guess
Taters and meat.
Can you guess what the first doll is? Very, very famous.
Annabelle, obviously.
Yup. So we got Annabelle.
Annabelle.
The story of Annabelle became infamous with the release of the Conjuring and Annabelle films. The real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll that, while much less sinister in appearance, made quite a name for itself in the 1970s. Annabelle was given to a nursing student, Donna, by her mother. Donna and her roommate Angie would often return home to discover that the doll had changed positions and or moved rooms.
Creepy.
That is really creepy. They'd also find handwritten notes scrawled into parchment paper asking for help. Uh-oh.
Hey.
What's happening?
Fifi doesn't want to share the horn.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Take another shot.
Fifi's being very demanding of the horn right now. Wade.
He's fine. Okay. Moving on. So they'd also find handwritten notes scrawled into parchment paper asking for help. In their book, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren indicate that the behavior went on for nearly a year before they became involved and ultimately took Annabelle into their care. In late 2020, rumors began to circulate that Annabelle had escaped the Warrens' occult museum, a panic that was eventually assuaged when the Warren son posted a picture of Annabelle safely in her case. I didn't know they had a son.
I didn't know they had a son either.
I thought they only had a daughter, Judy.
But maybe it was like at that dorm or whatever. Maybe it was like one of their brothers or someone moving a doll.
No, I don't.
Just like in that one movie we saw, what is it, Death of a Vlogger? Mm-hmm. When that one chick was like, oh yeah, they're doing all this fake stuff, and then she like apparently wherever she got the doll from, their brother or someone or their friend kept breaking in and like moving it, trying to scare them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe it was something like that.
Maybe, but I really think it's haunted.
Or
so
maybe
don't take
Annabelle's real.
Don't take it from me.
All right, I won't.
All right, next, your turn.
Let's see. Robert the doll. Mm-hmm. Never heard of this.
I've heard of him.
Robert came to the Otto family of Key West, Florida. Key West, Florida. In the early 1900s as a gift to their youngest son, Robert Eugene Otto. The boy and doll became inseparable, with the child often laying blame for his misdeeds on a doll. The family alleged that the toy often seemed to be changed. The toy often seemed to change positions of its own accord. They also claimed that when their son was alone in his room, they could hear him conversating, I like to say. Conversating with the doll, and the doll responding in a completely different voice. After Eugene's death in 1974, Robert was given to the East Martello Museum. Visitors who have taken his picture without permission claim to have experienced terrible misfortunes as a result of their transgressions. Robert is surrounded by the letters of apology and admiration.
Yeah, and like even some people send like candy or gifts for him just for an apology. It's crazy.
Because of
taking
the picture?
So they take a picture, but then bad things happen to them after they took the picture. Like somebody got into like 7 car accidents in like 3 days or something.
Jeez,
it was like random shit. Or somebody had like 4 heart attacks. It was like all this stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's because of him. I'm so sorry, Robert. Please forgive me." And so usually, and then once they receive the gifts, the person will call and be like, "Does he forgive me?" And I don't remember. I think he like nods or something.
The doll?
Mm-hmm. It'll move its head a little bit.
Wow.
It's really crazy. Like, they have a video of his head moving.
That's insane.
And it's behind, like, one of those glass...
kind of like the one they keep Annabelle in.
Yeah, kind of. But they don't, like, lock it and bless it. They just put him in there.
Really? Mm-hmm. So he just wants to be chill and left alone?
Pretty much. That's how
But if you take a picture of him, then he's like...
Well, if you ask... See, the thing is, you can ask me, like, can I take a picture of you? And apparently, like, he'll move his head again. Like, yes or no.
So he'll go nod yes or he'll go no?
Like, it'll, like, tilt his head. Like, it's crazy. And
so he only answers in yeses?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen him. I would ask him questions just to test it, but I wouldn't fucking take a picture unless he said I could.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. We're going to a different country. Okaiku. As the story goes, Okaiku was purchased by a young man sometime around 1918 in Japan as a gift for his young sister. Tragically, after a year, the little girl passed away from a severe case of the flu. The family created a shrine in her memory, placing the large doll on display. Sometime later, they noticed that the doll's hair, which had originally been cut in a short bob, had grown past its shoulders. When the family moved in 1938, they entrusted the doll to the care of the Menenji Temple in Hokkaido, where caretakers continue to maintain Okaiku and her ever-growing hair. That is crazy. Maybe it was one of those dolls that you pull the hair out and you can cut it and you pull more out.
Like a chia pet?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I was not meaning to call that doll a chia pet.
Sorry, we love you.
Sorry, love you.
Your hair looks really nice.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
Scary. Ruby. Who's Ruby?
I think it's one of the dolls at Zach Bagans' museum.
Ruby is a porcelain doll with a penchant for moving around from place to place, currently residing with the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and the Occult. She comes from mysterious origins. Her previous owner said she had originally belonged to a little girl in the family who died while holding the toy. Following that tragedy, she was passed down through generations until coming to her current resident at the museum. Visitors often report experiencing an overwhelming feeling of sorrow radiating from Ruby.
Poor Ruby. I remember on one of the Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans, he had Ruby there, like all the haunted dolls he has, and he put him in a room and just to see what they would do to each other. It was crazy.
What'd they do?
I think like one of them pushed the other one off or something. It was crazy.
Get out of here.
Bitch. But because that one, Ruby is the sad one, and then we all know Peggy the doll. I don't know if that's on your list. I don't have her in mine. Okay, so she's another haunted doll. We love you, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Goodbye, Peggy. He has a lot. Zach Bagans has a lot of haunted items at his museum in Las Vegas. If you have a chance to go, definitely go. It is. I don't like jump scares, and there are some jump scares through there because it's people acting and shit. So it's part of it.
Don't punch anybody in the face.
But I don't like that, so I didn't appreciate those parts. But I liked all the other haunted items, which was really cool. Okay, I am on to the Lily. Now residing at Zach Bagans of Ghost Adventures Haunted Museum, Lily was made during the 1800s in Germany and features real human hair.
That's scary.
According to the museum's Facebook post, she was discovered by an antiques dealer who took her home but began having reoccurring nightmares about a little girl who had a very bad accident. She was subsequently put up for sale at the antique shop. On one occasion, a customer's little girl spoke to the doll for 3 hours, interacting with her like a fellow child. She informed the proprietor that Lily was a little girl that had been subjected to extreme violence. When first encountering, like a little kid's going to say extreme violence. When first encountering the doll, Baggins reported that he felt an immense energy radiating from the figurine. Lily.
I haven't heard that one either. Hi, bud. Let's see. Letta, yeah. For short, Letta Me Out. Wow. Letta is a 200-year-old wooden doll with human hair.
Whoa, what is up with this
What's
human
up
hair?
with this doll with human hair? He was discovered beneath a house in Wagga Wagga, Australia by his current caretaker, Kerry Walton. Walton told the Warwick Daily News, I reckon he walks in the nighttime.
He's Australian.
Oh,
They're
shit.
Australian.
They say reckon in Australia?
No.
Well, yeah. So why is he saying rec? Oh, no, it says Kerry Walton from the Warwick Daily News. That doesn't mean he's Australian.
Okay.
We came in here as a new house, and I've never heard so many strange things in my life. He's found scuff marks on the floor of his home. Why my eyes hurt? As well as objects mysteriously shifted. Wade, what are you doing?
Just wondering.
Yeah, we just keep an eye on him. Let's see. And mysteriously shifted. Walton has brought Letta with him to multiple television interviews and has started an Instagram page dedicated to the doll.
Interesting. Okay.
But human hair.
So I forgot I split these because I did this research a long time ago. So I did haunted dolls and then creepy dolls too. So we got some creepy dolls coming up. So our first one that's creepy is Chucky.
Yay!
So from the movies, those lovely Chucky movies, Child's Play, when an evil spirit is cast into the Chucky doll via voodoo, it's probably no surprise that the proclaimed good guy doll acts very, very bad when he comes to life. That's it.
Oh, that was it? Oh.
Yeah.
I got Brims in The Boy. Brahms. The Boy is a far easily spoiled film, so let's just say that there are scarier things to be afraid of than toys here.
Mm-hmm. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
The Boy.
Greta, kiss.
Hell no.
All right, so the clown doll in The Poltergeist. The happy-go-lucky face of the clown turned straight sinister once the sun set. The scene with the doll became so notorious that it was parodied 2 decades later in 2001's Scary Movie 2.
Scary Movie 2. I don't know if I've seen that.
I don't think I've seen any scary movies.
Let's see. Billy in Dead Silence.
Oh, I love that one.
What's more, Billy's red, oversized Pee Wee Herman-like bow tie adds an element of eerie that is only further amplified by his menacing. Oh my God.
Menacing.
Thank you. Smirk and glossy widow's peak.
That's creepy.
I don't think I've seen Dead Silence.
I saw it a long time ago, but I think I fell asleep.
Falling asleep.
I'm always falling asleep. I'm sleepy. Okay, so my last one is Talking Tina in the Twilight Zone. My name is Talkie Tina, and I'm going to kill you.
Oh, jeez.
Are words that shook audiences during a 60s episode of the Twilight Zone titled Living Doll.
That's creepy.
Hi, my name's Talkie Tina. I'm going to kill you.
That's creepy. With like this big smiling voice.
That's creepy. Sorry, I love you.
Billy and Saul.
Yeah.
It appears as though the Jigsaw. It appears as though Dead Silence Billy had a fraternal twin with an identical name when Billy and Saul was born. Yet another vile puppet took in the cinemas with a red bow tie and snazzy suit in 2014. But this time, he willed his way into the depths of our fears using a tricycle and mechanical tackle. I can't even laugh like that. It's too high pitched for me. I can't do that high pitch.
Okay.
Similar, close, super
All
close.
right, that is our topic for the day. I loved it. I love haunted stuff. It's amazing.
Human hair on dolls.
We could probably do haunted objects instead of just dolls, but like that was fun.
There is a lot of haunted objects out there.
There are like the Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
Stuff. Sorry about that, folks. So that's it. Next episode, I get the movie. You get the topic. So my movie is Missing, and it is on Netflix.
Nice.
It's one of the newer ones. We haven't seen it, so if you have Netflix, watch it there. I'm sure you could probably rent it on Redbox and or Amazon Prime, but it's definitely on Netflix for free. Well, kind of for free with your membership. Do you remember what your topic is?
Chicken and grits and bacon grease?
Yes.
Yes! I was right for once.
No. I take it right away.
Hell no. What is it again?
So popular expressions, their histories.
Yeah, you just told me earlier, too.
I literally told it to you right before this. So, like, you know how I did the explanations of wet your whistle or mind your P's and Q's?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do some back history of our popular expressions. So, I don't really have an easy...
I can't think of any...
Like,
ones
what is
right
it?
now.
Paint the town red was one of them.
I don't remember. I'm like having a brain fart. I can't even remember some. But I mean, that's 3 of them right there. So there's a million.
There's a lot. I think I got a few. I can't remember the number, but we have a lot. So we have that next week. So again, Missing is on Netflix, so watch that. And then we are going to do popular expressions like explained.
Popular expressions.
So
it should definitely learn something then. For
right,
sure.
we're going to learn stuff. So y'all know this. We're Not Qualified is coming up. So write into us. You can write in to our email, inforthenight69@gmail.com. Or you can go onto our website, inforthenightpodcast.com, and go to contact, and you can reach us there. But what else can you find on the website?
What else can you find, Fifi? She's too busy playing with Arrow. Take a shot.
Wade. That is Wade.
Oops. Arrow's asleep. Patreon and merch.
So if you really like our episodes, please go ahead and join Patreon. We will be getting videos up soon. I am just lazy, and that will be uploaded every single time. And I was even thinking about possibly doing early releases of episodes if you just can't wait. But that's still in the talks. Merchandise is still fun, so please go ahead and look at our merch. We do have ridiculous merch on there. Where's Alaska? We will point it out to you on a t-shirt.
It is next to Africa, right?
That just got further away. But we hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night.
And until next time, peeps, peace out.